In today's video, I'm going over how to guarantee replies when doing outreach to book meetings for your social media marketing agency. Let's get into the video. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, guys? Welcome to our channel. If you're new here, I appreciate you being here. My name's Carter, and I'm the co-founder of Versatile Agency. We're a marketing agency that specializes in real estate and doing social media advertising. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for being here. Before I get into anything, do me a favor and click the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. So thank you for 100. That's one milestone. The next one's 500. So let's see if we can get there. Now let's get into the video. So I'm going to be going over how you can guarantee your replies when doing outreach for your social media marketing agency. So first things first is you need to know what platforms you actually need to be doing outreach on. And this is just coming from my own opinion. Obviously, every agency owner does different things and kind of has different tactics. So this is just what has worked for me and for our agency. So we're all about volume and less kind of quality when doing outreach. This is more for, I guess, the real estate niche as well, but we do outreach on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, email marketing, cold calling, Upwork, and Indeed. So those are all the platforms that we actually do our outreach on. We just think the more volume, the better. The more messages you're sending out, the more calls you're making. We just try to book, as many meetings as we can because we just believe in volume over quality. So tip number 2 and how to guarantee your replies when doing outreach is you need to figure out what platforms your potential client is hanging out in. So for example, for real estate, doing all the outreach methods is good and it works because they're salespeople just like we are. They're always checking their Instagram DMs, Facebook. They're always answering the phone because if a potential customer is trying to reach them or a client's trying to reach them, they need to be able to answer. So that's why we do outreach on all platforms. But now if you're in the e-commerce niche, you're not going to be cold calling potential e-com clients. That's half the time you probably can't even get their numbers, or you're just going to go to like a customer help phone or something like that. Now, e-com brands are always answering Instagram, Facebook, emails, so cold calling won't work for them. Now, if you're comparing an e-commerce client to a restaurant owner when doing outreach, for a restaurant, they're total opposite. The owner of a restaurant isn't going to be going through their Instagram DMs and their Facebook messages and stuff like that. The best way to reach a busy restaurant owner would be calling and asking for the owner, or emailing and putting attention, their name. So you need to figure out what platforms is best to do outreach on for your target niche and the niche that you're actually working in. So coming in at number 3, and the next tip to guarantee replies when doing outreach and to book more meetings is don't copy and paste on every single platform. So to elaborate on that, what it means is that you can't be copying, pasting the same template that you're using for emails and sending that in an Instagram DM. So, the reason being for this is because people will see that long message in their Instagram DMs. It happens to us all the time for like NFT collaborations and other stuff, people trying to pitch us courses. Once I see a long essay in my DMs, I don't even click on the message or even bother to read it. So you can't be using the same method that you're using on email and replicating the exact same thing on Instagram and Facebook. The methods need to differentiate in a way because on Instagram and Facebook, you need shorter message and just a longer process, so like a 3-step process. You want to just engage in a conversation, get them to engage with you on Facebook and Instagram, and then maybe have another message, and then you can hit them with the pitch. And even the pitch isn't supposed to be super long. You don't want to have anything long on Instagram and Facebook because people get bored and they just won't read it because they don't care. So have a multiple step process when doing outreach on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and platforms like that. And then for email, you can kind of include some more information and some more detail because it's just statistics. When people are reading their emails and they're longer, they'll tend to just go through all their emails, read them, when you're looking through some Instagram DMs, they're not going to even bother. They'll just click delete and simply not read your message. So coming at tip number 4 is having a very good, irresistible, and persuasive call to action in your pitch. So a lot of agency owners that come to me asking for our outreach method and stuff like that, and I'm reading theirs, and first of all, it's super salesy and their call to action is horrible. It's just like, let's get on a call sometime or something like that. You'd have something good where, they're gonna feel like they're missing out on something if they don't take this call. So you need to make it just as irresistible for them and as persuasive as possible. So for instance, our call to action is, can we get on a 10 to 15 minute Zoom call next week so I can go over our strategy on how we guarantee get our current agents high quality buyer and seller leads, and we'll provide this information and the strategy for you for free on this call if you take it sometime next week. So that's a good call to action. They're going to feel like they're missing out on something if they don't take this call. In the pitch, you want to include, you want to solve a problem for them. You want to say, you're doing this, not bad, it could be improved. Here's what we do. Here's how we can help you, and then hit them with a call to action. You don't want to diss the business owner in the pitch or anything like that and say, look guys, your social media is horrible. I'm a social media manager and this could just be a lot better. Business owners don't like to be speak to in that way, and their business is their baby, so they don't want anyone coming in and just absolutely ripping it to shreds. You need to just say, your social media is good. Obviously there can be some improvements or stuff like that, or even, not running advertisements. Since you don't want to compliment them, you don't want to just bring them down. No one will like that. No one's going to want to get on a call with you if that's the case. Coming in at number 5, it kind of touches on the last step, but you want to be personable, and coming into, I guess, your texting, you want to sound like you're positive and you have positive emotions. So like I said earlier, complimenting them in a way and telling them how they can improve, and not just fully ripping their business to shreds, but touching on being personable as well. You don't want to sound super salesy and just sound like you genuinely don't care about helping them at all. You're just trying to get more money and just sign them as a client. You want to sound personal and like you genuinely care about their business, which you should. If you're doing outreach and you want to work with them, you should care about your clients and want to actually see them improve and get more revenue every month as a business from them working with you. So when doing your outreach, try to bring positive emotions into the text. Don't be negative, and be as personal as possible and not super salesy. Finally, coming in at number 6 on how to guarantee replies when doing outreach for your social media marketing agency is you want to make sure you're reaching out to the decision maker. And this is huge because, believe me, you don't want to waste your time talking to someone at the front desk, or even a CMO or something like that, a chief marketing officer. You want to make sure you're texting the decision maker for a couple reasons. Number 1 is that if you're talking to a chief marketing officer about helping them improve the business and stuff like that, they're not going to care because it's not their business, and that just sounds like that's just more work for them to go get the owner, the founder. So they're just going to say no, we're fine. And you're coming at kind of their position where they're the CMO, they do the marketing and stuff like that, so they're not going to want to even listen to what you have to say. It's also just extremely time consuming. Even if you speak with them and they're the CMO, they can't do anything for you. They're not going to be able to make any decisions in the meetings, and it's just a waste of your time. Time is money, so there's no need to be talking to a chief marketing officer unless it's about getting the founder or the business owner's contact information. So when doing outreach, make sure you do a little bit of due diligence and figure out who the business owner is or the founder, and make sure you're reaching out to them and not anyone else below, unless it's to get their contact information. Because sometimes you do have to go through some barricades and some people to actually reach the business owner and the founder, especially if you're reaching out to a bigger company. But you definitely shouldn't be getting in meetings with a CMO or anyone under that. So that's everything I wanted to go over with you guys. Hopefully this helps on when you're doing your outreach and how you're doing your outreach. Comment down below if you start implementing this and you start getting more replies, and make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and also comment if you want to see any videos. I made a video last week about just our real estate agent package breakdown because some people were interested in that. I'm not doing this strictly just to follow trends, and I'm genuinely trying to help you guys out. So If you have any other videos that you'd like to see, comment down below. Please subscribe. We got 100. We're trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. And yeah, hopefully this helped. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.